Hello everyone, I am back with more hay fever this time because it only gets better. Also, they cut the trees down in my area yesterday, so I can visibly see all of the pollen now, which is even more fun. It's hard to breathe. I think they're cutting grass right now, which is also really good. I am glad. No, I'm not. Anyway, yes. First of all, gotta clear something up. Last time I said that this was inspired by a place in Iceland, I believe. It's actually in Finland, and it's called the, I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's called the Kakslautanen Arctic Resort, if you want to look it up, or if you have enough money to go stay there. It looks amazing. I would if I did. But yeah, onto the interior decorating. So this video is pretty long already, but I didn't include all of the decorating. You see most of this hub building, I don't know what to call it, the entrance reception-y building thing. I nearly said overworld. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, here's reception. You can wait here if your room's not free. There's drinks, there's books. Read a book while you wait. Also, don't know if I show it, I do show it in the screenshots actually, but the roof right above this waiting area is actually a glass roof, so you can see the sky while you are sitting here. Not that that's that fun. After about 5 minutes you're probably like, oh my god, I just want to go to my room and get the free Wi-Fi. I'd like to think the reception has the Wi-Fi as well, but the Wi-Fi, that sounded like a really middle-aged mum thing to say. I really hope reception has Wi-Fi as well, but a lot of places I've been to, they only have Wi-Fi available in the bedrooms. I don't know why. Budget reasons? Just to make people stay? Probably just to make people stay. And even then, in the rooms, normally the Wi-Fi cuts out a lot, but hey, Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. McDonald's always has Wi-Fi, I think. When I went to Paris, that awful time, I mentioned it in the last video as well, we spent a lot of time in McDonald's just for the Wi-Fi. Sometimes we didn't buy anything, we just needed the Wi-Fi to find our way around, that sort of thing. But yeah, so this is the reception, pretty nifty. We end up putting fish tanks in there. You don't see that in this part of the video though. You might in the screenshots, but if not, they are there. I promise I'm not making that up. Don't know what I'd have to gain from it. Here we have a bar area. Didn't know where to put it. Initially I thought I should have it right at the end of the corridor so you could see it, but then I ended up sticking it right here in the corner, and there's a little kitchen. So this is where you get you can get drinks obviously, but you can probably grab burgers and stuff like that here. There's a fridge and I stick an oven in. So this is like a community kitchen area if you feel like being sociable with other people staying at the hotel. Don't know why you would, sounds awful, but if you wanted to, in whatever lapse of judgment that provokes you to do that, you can. I always like doing this. I always like fencing it off a little bit and putting a gate there. It just seems less open to the public, like it would steer people off from just wandering behind the bar. I would never do that anyway, but I don't know, I like things to look a bit more fenced off, literally. There's the fridge, I forgot the word fridge, good job, good start. I blame hay fever, for whatever reason, it's hay fever's fault. We stick a wall next to the fridge just to give it a little bit more of a private touch so you can't see everything they're doing behind the bar, because I know, like, working in a place like that, you don't want people to see you all the time, watch you prepare stuff. Like when I go to coffee shops and you can see them making the coffee, I watch them too, but I know that if I was the one making the coffee, I'd feel really nervous and I'd probably spill it and burn my hand or something. And then people would be like, oh my god, are you okay? And then I would just be like losing my skin on my hand melting away and be like, yeah, oh, I spilled coffee, I didn't even notice, it doesn't hurt at all. Because it'd be too embarrassing to admit that it did, I don't know. That's generally how I think. Look, see? Still have that wallpaper lag. Hope that remedies itself soon. I've seen other simmers saying they've been having this issue too. Like I watched Soph Simms's most recent build with the season stuff, which is really cute. You should go check it out. You probably have. If you're here, you've probably seen that one. But still, if somehow you haven't, you should see it because it's very cute. But yeah, she said she had that lag with wallpaper as well, so she didn't include the footage. but that's what it's like. It just doesn't seem to stick itself right on the wall. There's a weird delay, and sometimes it will appear on another wall because you'll click down when the cursor is above the wall you want it on, but the game's delayed, so it thinks that you're on another wall. I don't know, it's a bit weird. You'll know if you've attempted it. Here's the lounge area. There's a TV. You can watch the World Cup while you're sitting here. Or just talk to people, but I think that sounds horrible. But if you wanted to, you can. I don't know. I thought about getting rid of this loungy area because there's loads of places to sit in this build, like so much seating available, really good for old people. But I quite like how it looks. It looks really chill, so I didn't want to get rid of it. But if you wanted to actually make it more activities based, you could get rid of this. And I put dance floors in that whole corridor, like it's a massive one, in front of the piano and microphone, with stereos either side as well. But you could make this square the dance area if you want it to be more secluded. If you want, I don't know, it's up to you. Do what you want. You can use this as a shell, get rid of everything if you wanted. And show me what you do with it. It's pretty big. I've not built something that's, actually that's a lie. No, that suburban house I built recently was on a massive lot, but to be fair, a lot of that was garden. You know, the one that I also built prior to Seasons, that was 4 seasons. Anyways, so here is one of the hotel rooms beneath the glass igloo roof thing. I love the lighting. The fact that the roof, the glass is still counted as a roof, top notch. Also, I saw earlier on Twitter, I don't know if it's patched into my game yet, it should be, and I've just not noticed because I'm an idiot, but I think, you know the other sides of roofs, they're always just plain white and they look a bit ugly, and in screenshots you're like, I wish that didn't show up. I think now they are the same colour and texture of the roof you put on, you know, the main, the top, the other side. So now, I don't know if that made any sense, I hope it does. You know when you put tiles on the roof and you see the overhang bit and behind it it's white? Yeah, that bit. That's now got the proper colours and texture, which just makes it so much better. I hope next thing we cover is going to be different coloured ceilings, because that would just make my year. That's very sad. It's not an exaggeration. I kind of mean that. There we go. Anyway, let's get off that. That's just too pathetic. But so here's the first room we decorate. Do I show more than one? I don't think so, but okay. The rooms are all really similar and they all have slightly different touches. Like, one room is focused sort of on a chess area, one room has a kitchen, another room has a sort of hot tub pool. It's a pool, not a hot tub, but I put in the bubbly thingy from Get Together to make it look like one. Because I wanted it to be embedded in the floor, not raised up on the ground, if that makes sense. Probably not. But yeah, they all have a different sort of feature to them. So they're all for different kinds of couples. This lot probably isn't fantastic for families unless you redecorate the rooms a bit, because they all just feature a single double bed. This is kind of like if you have a family of Sims, this is sort of the holiday where the parents would go and leave the kids with their friends or their grandparents and stuff like that. You know, that's that sort of place. This is gonna be the red room. Right now, it looks quite beige, but we make it all a lot warmer. Initially, I made it the sides, the walls rocks. Yes, I don't know. I made the sides rocks. I don't have the excuse of being up at 2 AM now. It's 2 PM. But yeah, look, we're gonna listen, please understand. We're going to change the rock walls to be wood because it just makes it a little more cozy and warm and ties it all together a bit better, I think. The rock was just a bit too cold looking, and we want this place to be cozy. It's a winter resort. It's made for winter. They're meant to look like igloos. In the summer we can pretend they're greenhouses, but they're meant to look like igloos. So yes, this is the red room, and this one has the kitchenette sort of thing. The other rooms don't have this because there's a communal area where everyone goes to eat here. but if your Sims don't like leaving their room, they can rent this one, so they can just grab food out of the fridge whenever they want, because that's probably what I would do. I'd be tempted by the room with the hot tub, but I'd probably go for the kitchen one so I don't have to go be around other people. But you know, up to different Sims, right? But yeah, this becomes red at some point. At this point, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. It's the hay fever. There we go. That's not helping at all. We're also out of tissue, so I can't blow my nose, but that's disgusting, so let's not go into detail. Can you tell I like these bookcases? Because I do. They're everywhere. I think these feature a fair amount in this build, and probably every build I do. This is the bedroom. I think this is when I decide the rooms will be colour themed. I'm pretty sure I get a red bed. Yeah, this one. We get this one that's, you're meant to unlock it, but I like to cheat, so there you go. You know, it's a hotel. It's fine. It's not cheating if it's in a hotel, right? Right, cool. That's settled. I put the rock wallpaper on the outside of the basement, if that makes sense. You can see it right now, like the inaccessible area where it's surrounded by an abyss of darkness. Yeah, I put the stone wallpaper there because it just looks so... it's just unfinished and kind of ugly when it's just the plain base walls with the nails in it and stuff, because it looks incomplete. You could also colour them black so you can see them even less. What I find unnerving about it, everyone finds unnerving, I'm sure everyone should find this unnerving, is in basements you just see the abyss of darkness that stretches out forever. A bit horrifying. Have your Sims ever glitched into that darkness? Because I'd probably just force quit the game, just Alt F4 right then and there, be like, no, not dealing with that. That's a bit much. Anyway, yeah, here I am trying to put some subtle red accents in with some rich, warm coloured wood. I really like doing that with the dresser, putting a mirror behind it. The jungle adventure mirror. When a pack's got 2 words, and I think all of them do. Yeah, oh god. All of them have at least 2, I think. Yeah, I always struggle to remember one of them. I don't know why. I'm just an idiot, I guess. Oh, flying into the abyss of darkness, that's nice. Eventually we do change the walls to be wood. Don't know when that is. Hope I did it on camera, but probably not, because, you know, I often stop recording because I think this bit's going to be really boring, and then I edit the video and I think, wow, really wish I'd kept that part. It was less boring than the rest of it. But hey, you know, learn from your mistakes, maybe, kind of. Don't know what I was trying to do there. I think I was trying to put pillars there so it looked like the shelves were being held up and supported by something, but the second pillar snapped to just the wrong part of the wall, so it just didn't fit. So the shelves are being held up by the fridge, which makes no sense, but hey, Sims. That's my reasoning. There's a house I really want to build, especially for summertime. I know we've been in a perpetual summer, but now you can get thunderstorms and stuff, and your Sims can get too hot, which is pretty neat. I'm really sorry about my voice. What was I saying? Perpetual summer. Yeah, I really want to build Franklin's house from GTA 5. It is, I think, my dream house, and I find that really hard to decide, but I think that's my dream house. It's just best house I've ever seen. I think that it's definitely doable in The Sims 3 because of all the landscaping you can do, you know, the terrain tools you can use, like raising the ground to whatever level you want it to be. In Sims 4 it would be a lot harder and less accurate because Franklin's house is situated at the top of a hill, but there's quite a bit of split levelling in his house and on the foundation outside. So I can't remember how many stories his house actually is. I think it's 2, but it could be 3. But there's split levelling on the ground floor, and then you exit out onto his balcony veranda area, and then there's more split levelling that goes lower down, and then another. I think there's 2 staircases on the outside that leads to his infinity pool that looks over the massive hill. So that's not actually doable in The Sims 4, because most split levelling you can really do. You can do like a first floor and have stairs leading up to the top of that and pretend that's like a foundation, and you can also raise the ground up and then just have part of it raised and the rest of it be just regular ground, which I did in this for the staircases actually, but that's still not enough for Franklin's house, so I might try it in The Sims 4, but it'd probably look way better in Sims 3. People have probably done it in The Sims 3. In fact, I think I've seen one once in The Sims 3. Not everything's been done in The Sims 3. Sims 3 I find really horrifically ugly in terms of like the actual Sims, but the house building looks so much better just because of what you can do with the terrain and, you know, the colour wheel and being able to make your own patterns and designs and stuff. Oh, that's great. But I prefer how this game looks overall. I prefer the more, I don't know, cartoony style. I think it looks cleaner. I saw a post yesterday on 4chan comparing the graphics from 2, 3 and 4, and all of them had mods on, but 3 was so heavily modded, and someone responded, how many mods does it take to make The Sims 3 look so much less awful? It didn't even look like The Sims 3 when there's that much mods in it. I know like, CC is great, it really helps Sims out with their general appearances. Sims 3 is, your Sims direly need CC in that game to make them bearable to look at. I mean, the amount of Sims 3 I played, however minimal, I actually played it without CC because I had it on console, which is possibly why I played such a minimal amount of it, because it's so much harder to build on console. So I didn't actually get into building in Sims 3. Sims 4 is the first I ever started building, so I think I'm doing alright. But yeah, Sims 3 building looks like it's where it's at. I really kind of want to try it, but as I just said, I only ever had it on console, and I never had any EPs or anything. I don't know how many EPs actually came out on console. Certainly never had Katy Perry's Sweet Stuff. Unfortunately for everyone. Oh, console users always lose out, right? Oh yeah, well, the room's red now. Don't know when that happened, but it did. So there you go. It's red. There's the red one. The red one's really centered around reading, chess. It's, I think, maybe the coziest, but I think my favourite room is the yellow one. Oh, why did I leave this pause in? I thought I edited all of those out. I kept stopping to watch Tom playing FIFA. But yeah, so this room's nearly finished? Yes, well done, English. This happens every video. My voiceovers are always so stuttery and awful. So I don't include all of the room, but oh my god. I don't include all of the individual rooms because, as I said, they are pretty similar layout-wise. I swap out furniture, colours, and they all have a different feature thing going on. And for once I actually wanted to include the bathrooms because I really like these bathrooms. Maybe they look awful and I'm just stupid, but I actually really like them. I separate this area to put the shower in. It's not as optimal as I'd like. I'd like it if you just had the actual shower head on the wall with no glass box around it. There's CC for that, but I don't want to use that for builds. Just because it makes it a bit harder for everyone. But I separate it and it kind of gives it an aesthetic. Just cheeky moving the objects there. If you want to move an object anywhere on a surface, just place it on that surface so it's the same height, then pull the surface out and drag that little object back to exactly where you want it, and then put the table back underneath it. There's the bath. I stick this foliage around it just to make it look industrial. Very good for the gram, you know. Everyone puts this on their Instagram. Check out this cool bathroom at my hotel, you guys. It'd be better if there was a view, but you know, it's in the Eternal Darkness location, underground, so. But it has a nice wall foliage, don't know if it's real. I don't know where it's coming from. A bit scary if it's real. I thought about sticking a chair in, but then it looked a bit weird, so we don't do that. But yeah. So there's the bathroom. All the bathrooms are nearly exactly the same. I think they are exactly the same. I just changed the colour of the shower and the robes and maybe the countertops and toilet, maybe. But yeah, really like the bathrooms. 10 out of 10, would use that bathroom. Wish it had windows, but underground, you take what you can get. But yeah, we're nearing the end of this and we're going to go into the screenshot tour, which is pretty long, but I hope you like it and I hope you like the build and enjoy playing with it in seasons. As I said, this is best suited to winter, so I hope you try it out in winter and I hope you really like it. Thank you for watching everyone, bye! And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thank you, bye.